What's up, GG Nation? GG Legion. It's your fella, Straussman, the GG, posing as usual. And welcome to episode 2. Welcome to episode 2 of GG and Friends Presents Anime Time. And I brought this fella back. Or did he really come back?
Or did we not go anywhere?
So,
Who knows?
one, there's been a huge announcement. Well, I mean, it's been an announcement. I got hyped for it. But Food Wars Season 3, what? Got announced. So, we're going to talk about what we thought about Season 1 and 2. And then what our expectations are for 3 going forward. So, Chad, welcome back to GG and Friends Anime Time.
Good to be back, bro.
Episode Dokes.
Ready to talk a little more?
That's 2 in Spanish.
Even though it's episode 1.
No,
Really.
this is episode
This
2.
is like the first real one, so.
I guess, yeah. 'cause
that's
the
why we
first
got the one on the board, you know. We kind of went with that whole, spiel.
I didn't know you were going for that.
Oh, my
He's very
bad.
artistic.
My
Artsy
bad.
fartsy,
My
this
bad.
guy. But go ahead.
Tries to make the presentation nice.
Go ahead.
If you didn't hear it already, we're going to talk about Food Wars.
Or
And-
food porn in some circles?
Food Wars.
Let's explain
Shokugeki no Soma, bro.
in Japanese title. Let's talk about what it really is. Food Wars is an incredible show. It starts out very typical. Like, it's about Soma, and he has these epic, battles with his dad. And they run this like shady, not shady, but like shanky little,
Kind of say it's shady.
like they run this restaurant in their hometown, and he's he's 0 and 490.
It's owing a lot.
Like he lost so many
orange.
times against his dad, and him and his dad also kind of have a bad habit of making like really great food, but also disgusting food to make people test out.
Let's point to the show, bro. To become a good chef,
Yes.
you have to explore. You have to break through your barriers.
But Soma, that's incredible. That is right. But Soma doesn't realize that at first.
No,
He really
of course
hates.
not. He's a kid. He's
Yeah.
he's young. He's
'cause
like, I've learned so much from my dad. He's such a great chef. I'm just gonna go in.
That's all he wants
use
to
what I
do.
know.
He wants to stay. But his dad sends him off to a culinary school, and he's so pissed about it. He doesn't understand it. But it ends up making the show so much better. The show just really takes off. Because after episode 1, I thought it was just gonna be, him defending the restaurant over and over. But once he goes to the culinary school and sees how people treat him and how good he gets,
and the mix of people that are with
Yeah.
him too.
he helps a lot of people on the way as well.
Yeah,
But
he does.
it's a really incredible ride. First season, 25 episops, so it'll take you a little bit to get through it, but
It goes quick. Trust me.
it does.
It
Like,
goes
when
real
you,
quick.
like you'll probably get grasp about it really, really instantly.
About it.
Yeah, like the show will grasp
About
you,
it.
like firmly grasp the handle.
I'm pretty sure we caught that on tape. Mm-hmm. All right. Just make
But
sure.
who is some of your favorite highlights of season 1, or what?
I really liked how they focused on his progression at getting better as a chef. How he went battle through battle, maybe lost a few, was shut down a few times, and quickly learned from his mistakes nonetheless. But came back and instead of like completely trying something new, redoing what he messed up on most of the time and making it that superb dish that beats out people. And like, I kind of like how they throw that in there, and it's not up front. You kind of don't really see it.
Yeah,
But he
yeah.
kind of rubs it in everybody's face like, look, I am getting better.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to make this dish as good as it can be.
The thing is, he doesn't come to that conclusion until towards the end of
No, of
season
course.
1, where he actually thanks his dad.
Yeah, he
Which
picks
is a-
up hints here and there.
Yeah,
But-
but it's an incredible experience and show. But the one aspect we got to talk about, this culinary school is brutal.
Oh,
It's
of
the
course.
top school in Japan, and literally they throw kids out every day. Like every day is a fight for your job.
Mm-hmm.
Every day, and it's brutal. And he takes it on full front.
Yep.
But he doesn't realize how good he gets and how much better he learns from. Even forming a rival.
You see it when he first gets there.
You
he
see
gets excited.
Yeah.
Like
But he immediately gets treated poorly.
Of course.
Because he's
Of course, he's a new kid.
He's not a...
He's like an outcast.
He's not just the new kid. He's poor. He's considered poor. He's considered the poor kids. This is a rich culinary school. The best kids are supposed to be here, and the best of the best, the cream of the crop.
To go to the school.
The cream of the crop. You got to be really, really good. You're supposed to be anyway. And no one knows him, but he learns later on how well his dad has ties to the school and how. Yeah. We'll save that. We won't spoil that. But just watch the show. Season 1 was incredible. My favorite one was the beef chick. I liked her a lot. I forgot her name. She was
the episode where they introduce her and
the meat lover.
The slow-mo of her is so outrageous.
First of all, it's very dangerous to cook in an outfit like that. It's just very, very dangerous.
Especially because she's like slinging butcher knives around.
Yeah, she carries a butcher knife on like her thigh.
She is the go-to for all meat.
She has like all the best meats, everything.
That
she always
Wagyu
has,
beef.
She's such a great connection, but she ends up kind of falling for him a little bit too, which is really cool.
But I actually kind of like that too about it. Is how they I don't think all of them actually really like him.
They learn to respect him.
There are a few of them that you can tell like have emotions towards him, and it kind of adds a little bit to it, a little extra drama.
And
to
of
what's
course,
already so funny.
Of course, he's a dude. So funny. He's a dude, and he's clueless.
You can't
about
take it seriously.
He's clueless about it, but I guarantee, I hate to say it, he's gonna end up with Erna.
Of course.
It's destined, and I wish he would end up with the girl of the hometown that really likes him. But it ain't gonna happen. I don't remember her name, but she comes back in a couple episodes.
I can't remember her name.
But basically, season 1 ends with this big autumn festival, like where it is like the cream of the crop tournament. Only the best of the best are competing.
It's announced, and it ends with them coming back to school.
Yes, and it's really good. Like season 1, when it ended, I went straight to season 2 because that's how late I was to the show. I watched the show like Chad and I were talking about earlier off camera. Probably saw it, a summer ago. Because I was still working at said place. And I remember I was working out.
It was still running.
That.
It was still running when I finally.
Oh, season 2 was running anyway.
No, season 1 was still running when I caught it.
Oh, okay.
So like season 1 was ending, and I caught an episode, and I was like, "Oh, this looks really interesting." Went back and watched the whole thing, and obviously by the time I caught up, it was over, and then I had to wait forever to watch season 2, of course.
Not me.
Well, it didn't seem forever, but it was long enough.
Like, I didn't. I went right into season 2, and I was so hyped, like every week to come back and watch an episode. And I just the only gripe I kind of had with season 2 is just it's 12 episodes, but I understand. Like I just understand.
Well, I don't think.
What was your gripe with season 1? You had any gripes with season 1 before we go to season 2? Any dislikes, disappointments?
A few of the
cliffhanger ending.
No, a few of the animations of the female characters are a little over the top, and I'm not talking about when they go into Fugasm mode.
We didn't talk about that either, where they kind of have like it's called food porn because the food's so good, like their clothes rip off and stuff.
And they go into like a little dream land, and
like they're hugging like the salmon or something.
Whatever they cook, like salivating over it.
Like they're hugging the salmon.
Some of the funniest scenes.
It is.
It's
any incredible.
Anime you can watch, but some of the non-foodgasm scenes, like the one you were just talking about with the beef chick, are a little over the top. And that's, I mean, I understand
that's what the show is.
It just is what it is. But yeah, I wish they would, and they did a lot in the second season. They toned it back
down
quite a bit.
Second season has almost a different tone completely,
which is, I think, better for the show in the long run because since it is going to be.
But seriously, if there's a beef chick that's like that in real life and wears that stuff, holler.
Call Levi.
Holler. I mean, damn.
He's drooling over here. Want some steak?
I want some steak. But let's go into like I guess I kind of agree with you for I don't really have too many gripes with season 1. It's just
I don't really have too many complaints about the show.
At all. Like I liked the character development. I liked how everyone was introduced. I like how serious it got.
I don't really dislike any of the characters either.
It started out really very jokey, and then it got really serious as it progresses.
Well, they
And I
And
like
they make the consequences.
yes,
The
steeper,
consequences are
different.
serious.
Yeah, they make it the
You get
consequences.
expelled.
Yeah,
You know, you technically become a failure. Like you're never gonna work
to
in
the
a
point
restaurant.
where we
Like they destroy your cooking career if you don't.
we
do
forgot to
good
talk
in
about
school.
Erna. And what's she considered?
Oh, she has the god tongue, doesn't she?
The God tongue. So technically, Soma failed his test, even though
He didn't. He didn't.
No, like
He didn't.
she failed him on purpose, just out of
course.
hate and spite because he wasn't rich.
Which that
Which is messed up.
backstory with her and his dad is
Slight spoiler, Jeffrey.
whatever. It's season 1 and 2, bro. What are we supposed to, they know.
Yeah, true, but anyway,
It's over. If you haven't seen it yet,
I
shit.
liked that their battle, like their inner monologue battle between each other. That I got back in because you're like your
Yeah.
grandpa, and I'm gonna beat
He's
you.
gonna show you. He's
I'm
show
gonna
you
beat
up.
you. Even though, like Chad said, she really did kind of foodgasm,
Oh,
and she
everybody
really
does.
liked it, but she just did it out of spite, which is
Everyone does.
wrong.
I
It's
think
not
my
nice.
favorite one. I think one of my favorite scenes in season 1 is when I think it's their first challenge, and they're trying to make the
the eggs.
sirloin thing or whatever,
Okay,
and
yeah,
the guy ruins it with all the salt, and then they make the new one. That dude's foodgasm when he tastes the food is so funny. Like, that like sets you up for the rest of it.
Yeah, because
Aaron
it's not
is so
exclusive
small.
to chicks. It's
everyone.
It's everybody
and
does.
Whoever
it.
eats your food is gonna
Yeah.
close completely off.
But
Dream La La Land.
I like before we go to season 2, a quick question: did you ever eat something so good that it gave you that feeling? Not like a foodgasm, but like where you just like so happy because it's an art form. These guys,
I mean,
it's an art.
there probably has been times in my life where I felt like
I don't
that,
think I
but
ever-
I can't remember that.
I don't really remember a time where I just ate something
I think
so
like
good where I
every
was just
time
like,
I eat a steak, I feel
so
that way.
happy. Yeah,
and then I
steak
just
is
forget
great.
about it until I eat my next steak,
yeah.
and then I get that feeling again.
So, season 2 is the Autumn Festival picks up, and it's a huge tournament. It's a battle royale, like 8 of the best, right? There's a 10 of the best.
It might be 4 on 4. I can't.
I think it's like 10 of the best, like 8 or 8. But
We don't have our cheat sheet. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we didn't we're just going off the fly here because I just wanted to talk about because season 3 got me so hyped.
Yeah, we were excited.
And I vividly remember most of the
Mm-hmm.
characters and plot in season 1 and 2. Season 2, like we talked about earlier, the tone is dramatically different because it's competition after competition.
Yeah, that's why it's so short.
It is really short. It's 12 episodes long. That's probably my only gripe with it, but
The battles are intense.
they are insane. Even the first battle between Soma and
yeah.
Erina's cousin. And her backstory is really cool, too. I like hers a lot.
I like how all of them have their own cooking techniques. Too.
Yeah, they... Like, Soma...
Everyone, he's the more well-rounded one. Like, he'll dabble in everything, but everyone else is pretty much...
I have to go back to season 1 really quick, because Soma does... When he gets back into the... He does such a disrespectful thing when he comes back to the academy, and he's just like, oh, he basically says, I'm better than you all, and you're all going to lose to me. And it really makes him enemy number 1. But in season 2, he's much more well-respected and understood, but he also...
by more people.
By more people, but he
he's
also
not by a lot,
learns
so.
to respect others.
Yeah.
He learns, like, you know what? I'm not the only one fighting for my
No.
survival. He realized where everyone else comes from and why they do this.
Everyone else's
and
struggle.
And I like that a lot because the show is really deep. It's a show about cooking, but man, it is really deep. They really dive deep in that. There's some deep cuts in this show. No, no pun.
It's a good one. Slipped right by me.
But it's really incredible, and I just when I finished watching season 2, I was like,
I want more. Give me
Like,
more.
I wanted more.
It's just
There
like
was
all their
no
food.
news.
You just want to keep eating it.
yeah, there was no news for a long time until like a couple days ago, and
Literally,
Chad and I were talking
out
about
of
it.
nowhere.
So that's why-
I saw the Kotaku post,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh my goodness!"
That's why episode 2 I felt like was fitting for Food Wars because it's just
it's back.
it's back. It's coming back.
Watch it if you haven't seen it.
What was your
catch up on
highlights,
it.
lowlights of season 2?
The mirror battle. When because he beats the Italian guy.
Yeah, which is becomes a good friend, but he starts out as a rival.
Yeah, of course. Everyone's a rival.
And that's what I like about the show, too.
And
It's not just Japanese people.
They kind of still are rivals throughout the whole thing.
They learn from each other.
Yeah,
definitely.
but they're friends.
They're definitely, you're definitely right about that. But I like that it's not just a school about Japanese kids. Everyone's around the world. So you learned new cooking techniques, and these two Italian brothers they're so good at their tools and how they cook.
That's also pretty cool how everyone has like a
Their own
specialty
thing.
knife or something.
And when he was talking about the mirror
cooking
match, this particular character would beat you and steal your best equipment and use it against you.
No, he wouldn't use it. He would mirror what you're going to do.
Yeah,
so he's going to cook the exact same thing you're going to do,
then
but at the end he's
thing.
going to add a twist to make it better, and then throw it in your face because he literally just made the same thing you did,
but
better. Takes your stuff, and then it's like
it hurts your pride. He basically
pretty much
hurts your pride.
spits in your face.
He hurts your pride, and that's a great battle with itself because they only mention him in season 1. He is not shown till season 2. And that battle turns out really interesting. When you see,
he actually does have a big part.
A sad Italian character lose, and how damaging it is, and Soma's like, you know what, I got your back, and he ends up prevailing.
Well, the stakes he puts on that match too,
but
is how he's like, look, I won't just give you this. Like, I'll quit myself.
Yeah,
I'll leave. I won't even cook anymore.
Huge.
It's not like he's just getting expelled. He said he'll give up cooking. Period.
And basically, Soma has been learning to cook from his dad since he was like 6. Like he's been he loves his dad and he idolizes his dad, and he doesn't realize how much his dad's helping him and prepared him mentally and physically for this battle, this journey.
Yeah. Because
it is a war, and to the point where season 2 ends. Very interesting, where it's a 3-way battle for the top, and it ends up like it kind of that cliffhanger. But that ending scene where they all kind of just get together and just drink and have a good time and celebrate. Even though he lost, said character lost, whatever. But he thanks his.
Everybody
pops.
knows who said character is.
Yeah, I know they know. They probably know. My bad. I didn't mean to say it like that, but it's really really good. Check out, Food Wars for sure. But what is before we end it, what's your expectations for season 3?
I know what's coming because I read the manga. So
I don't.
I'm not saying anything because I don't want to spoil anybody. If you don't read the manga, you don't want to be spoiled.
Well, okay,
you're gonna like what's coming up.
Well, how many episodes do you at least expect it to be then?
I'm hoping it's a full season again. I'm hoping at least 20.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be 12 again. I think
that's kind of the new format.
It's gonna be 12 every year now. I think.
That's not bad.
It's not bad because they're so far
as long as it actually is going to be every year.
Because the manga's way far ahead, right? So they can keep doing it.
Yeah, they're pretty far ahead.
So they can keep doing because they took a break. It's been like 2 years, I think.
I don't think it's been that long.
Year and a half at least.
I think.
Since season 2, and season 2 was really quick. I mean, it was done, and I was like, man, this is incredible.
Give me more.
My expectations though is that he's going to keep learning from everyone and keep getting better. And I think because how season 2 kind of ends, I think it's going to be a really interesting path. And I still think he's really going to end up with Erna, which I still wish he would end up with. Because his dad mentions, like, you got to find a woman that just enjoys your food, that you can cook for. And it's heavily implied.
But everybody enjoys this food.
I know, but it's heavily implied between. There's a thread between.
That's why I think the other girl is more likely to end up with him.
Go for the beef chick. Go for her. I don't know. Erna's pretty too. Blondes they're just the best things in this world. They have more fun. They just do.
You wish you were blonde.
I did, but it turned out orange.
Yeah, it wasn't very nice. It didn't look good.
Wow.
Sorry, bro.
Wow. Love you too, dude. Love you too, bro. But thank you, Chad. GG and Friends presents Anime Time episode 2.
If you haven't seen Food Wars, watch it. Leave some comments in the boxes.
Definitely check it out. It's an incredible series. I mean, it's about 37 episodes. Just go watch it. It's really quick. You're gonna fly through them. It's like Chef, Ramsey yelling at everyone. But more extreme.
I
Than
wish
that.
there was cursing in this show. It would be that much better.
Like, it's really good. It doesn't need
if
it.
it was
It's-
actually like a handful of characters that were just like
Yeah.
real assholes.
It's kind of implied. Like, it's kind of implied some cursing, but, they kind of go off screen for that. But it's kind of like what Chad just did with that. But thank you so much, GG Nation, GG Legion. Still
Well,
don't
have
know.
a good day.
Still don't know. You guys enjoy your day. Watch some Food Wars. Check it out. We're out.